been gone quite a long time, at least 3 weeks, maybe 4. I thought I was going to do lots of podcasts during my winter holiday, but it didn't happen. My older son, he came home from university for a week. He arrived on the 23rd. He got flu on the 25th. He was sick all week and went back on the 1st. So that week was just lost to flu. The rest of us didn't get it. That was good. And after that, I don't know what happened. The days just went by in a blur. My younger son is doing university entrance exams. I've been going to school and grammar school every day. And so we've been, well, he and his dad have been writing the applications and sending them off, and so it hasn't felt like a very holiday-ish holiday, but we did have a nice Christmas. We had a nice Christmas morning till he started saying he'd got a headache, and we did have a couple of nice days after he got better and before he went back, the elder one, and the younger one had, I think, 3 whole days holiday, so we went out and did things on those days as well, but mostly he just wanted to sleep. So today I'm going to do the 10 non-yarny things about me that's going around the crochet and knitting podcast world at the moment. So I'll start with number 1. So I'm English, but I've spent most of my life abroad. So for this I did a bit of counting and I was quite shocked. So I was born and brought up for my first 12 years in Germany. And then I came back. I went to England, we moved back to England, and I lived there for 12 years, and then I've been 28 years in Japan. So I've had a sum total of 42 years abroad and 12 years in England. So now you can calculate how old I am. Does that work? Yes. No. There's an extra year in there somewhere. Obviously it was, you know, not that accurate. But anyway, yeah, so I'm a professional foreigner. Number 2, I hate scent and makeup of any kind. I tried when I was younger to wear makeup. Basically I have no interest. It makes me itch. I can't stand scents of any description. They make me sneeze, they make me itch to put on. I don't like being near people with scents on. So once I was in my mid-40s, I gleefully gave it up, chucked everything away, and I don't use anything anymore, which is cheap. Number 3, Rel of the Dabbling Hook, she talked about her preference for wine over beer, and I'd have to say I agree with you. I think I like white wine. Red wine makes me itch as well, but I do like a beer on a hot summer night. It's just, you know, cold beer on a hot summer night is lovely, but I don't drink at home because I'm a lightweight, so as soon as I drink a glass even of anything, excuse me, I'm just getting a coffee. Yeah, as soon as I drink even a little bit, I can't crochet or do anything else for the rest of the evening, so I get frustrated. So I save my drinking for going out with friends. I've got a salt and vinegar crisp obsession. You can't, well, you can sometimes buy them here. You can buy them in import shops, but they're expensive. It's not a flavour of chip or crisp that they have here. For my 50th birthday, my mum and dad sent me 50 packets of salt and vinegar crisps, which was good. And they also sent me a huge box for Christmas, which was brilliant. Big surprise. I didn't know what this big light box could be. So I'm working my way through them slowly. And my favourite way to eat them is in a sandwich. So number 5, I'm fluent in spoken Japanese, but I read at about a 3rd or 4th grade level. So at the moment, with the slew of university applications and stuff coming in, I just thank my lucky stars that my husband is Japanese and is willing to go through it all and do it. I just have to leave it all to him. So it's weird. And when I say I'm fluent on a daily basis, but not in formal Japanese, not in specific Japanese, you know, medical or scientific or whatever. So I often find myself in situations where I don't really know what's going on. So I live my life in a sort of haze. Sometimes, most of the time, that's quite nice, but sometimes it's annoying. And number 6, I like walking. I'm not a hiker, I'm not very fit, but I do like walking. It makes me feel relaxed and calm, and whenever the weather is nice, I like to go out. The last year, 2018 was not a good year. There was a lot of sickness, me and my family members. I look after my elderly in-laws, medical needs. If they need to go to the hospital or whatever, I drive them and I go in with them to listen to what the doctor's got to say. And so they had a lot of problems last year. I had a lot of health problems with asthma. And I just didn't have very much time. So walking went by the board. But this is 2019. None of us are sick. So yeah, my elder son recovered on December the 30th. And we were allowed out on the 31st, so he was allowed out on the 31st. So I can say that so far sickness hasn't struck our family in 2019. Long may it continue. We've made it a whole 11 days. And so this year's resolution, although I don't really like making resolutions, is I would like to get out more and walk more. And we've had a few days of heavy snow and we've had a few days of beautiful sunshine, and I went out the other day and I took some photographs and videos, so I shall put a video in and you can see what a beautiful place I live in.
That's a big forest park, but of course you can't get in there at the moment. It snowed about 40 centimetres, 45 centimetres in the last 2 days. And today, this morning it snowed heavily, and today it's absolutely gorgeous. So I came out for a walk while my car was being fixed. That's a typical Hokkaido farm with a round silo. And it's so quiet.
So I was looking at the Canadian Crocheters 10 yarny, non-yarny things podcast, and I laughed when she said that she's got a bit of a bad language problem, because so do I, and both my kids swear in native style in English. And as my mother says, we all know who's to blame for that, don't we? Because they didn't pick it up anywhere else, did they? So particularly my elder son is an accomplished swearer like me. And the younger one is more naturally polite like my husband. My husband doesn't use bad language and frowns upon me and my son when we do it, which makes us do it more. My next one was I'm left-handed, but I'm picking up my coffee with my right hand because there's just a convenient ledge over there and there's nothing on that side of the room to put my coffee on. So I'm left-handed. I'm very left-handed. I can't do anything right-handed at all. The only thing I can do with my right hand is cut. My mum and dad taught me how to use scissors right-handed, but that's the only thing I can do. So when I crochet, all my crochet goes the wrong way round, and the complicated patterns like letters and stuff, I don't know what to do to fix that. I can't fix a chart to make it work for me when it's superly complicated. But that's, I suppose, yarny as well. So, but yes, I'm a left-hander, and they're the best sort of people, aren't they? My dad is a left-hander and my grandmother is a left-hander, so I thought that I'd have at least one left-handed kid, but I don't. They're both right-handers, which is a disappointment to me. So that was number 8. Number 9, I love audiobooks. I'm an audiobook addict. I have a subscription and I buy extra as well. And I tend to choose books for their length. If there's a 24-hour book and a 50-hour book, I'll go for the 50-hour one, get better value. I listen for hours a day. I listen while I'm crocheting, I listen while I'm walking, I listen in the car while I'm driving, washing dishes, stuff like that. I tend to lightweight books. I'm busy. I work, look after the rellies and crochet, and I don't know, I'm busy. Everybody's busy. That's not unique to me. But I don't want to have to work when I'm listening to books or reading books. So I tend to listen to historical novels, or lightweight stuff that isn't going to do anything more than entertain me as I do whatever it is I'm doing. But I love audiobooks, and if you've never tried one, I suggest that you do, because they're really good, and you can get so much more reading in while you're doing something else. So it's brilliant. And the last thing is, I'd say that I'm a messy minimalist. Minimalist isn't right. I would like to have a simply furnished house with a place for everything in its place, and things that I love, that are useful, and no clutter. But I live with a pack rat. My husband doesn't like to get rid of anything, but equally it's his stuff. It's not my business to throw his stuff away. I would never do that. I don't think that's fair. I would be very upset if he came into my world of, craft and yarn and started demanding that I thin it down. So my main crime is that I do have a place for everything and I don't put it away. But I will confess to a slight yarn hoarding problem at the moment. But the thing is, if I get a commission, I want to have the yarn on hand to start, at least one ball of every colour. And then the other thing is that when I order yarn, the shipping is the same for one ball or 18 balls, 100 grams of yarn from the place that I usually buy, Wool Warehouse. So of course it makes financial sense to order what I need and then add up to 18, doesn't it? So every time I do a yarn order, I'm always like +1, +2, +3, and that's slowly building up. So this year, perhaps I will stop doing that, but I probably won't. So something else I'd like to do this year is go through my work area. I've done my clothes, I've done our bedroom. The yarn room is pretty okay, actually, it's not too bad. And just other areas of the house that my stuff's in, and put stuff away and thin stuff down, and not buy too much this year in terms of things. So that's my 10 non-yarny things that did actually get a bit yarny, so sorry about that. I hope this was mildly interesting. It's short, but I'm back on the wagon. I've got a podcast planned, and I'm hoping to do it in the next couple of days, but as I say, I'm going back to work in the next couple of days, so I'm not sure. But Happy New Year, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye!